Good morning. Welcome to Audrey's Southern Cooking. My name is Nita. So this is our last weekend before Christmas. I'm very excited about that. What I'm really excited about is I've been saving this recipe. I've never done it, never done this. So we're gonna see how this turns out. So what are we gonna make today? We're gonna try to make, we're gonna do a great job. Cut out cookies with royal icing. Now for y'all Mississippi fans, y'all gonna like this. I got this cute little cutout. It's not really Christmassy. I plan on doing other things with it. This goes with it. It's supposed to be like a picture frame. But I have some ideas for this and I'm gonna do this. This one you're gonna like. Look at that. I'm so excited to try this. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and made my cookie dough. I'll put the description, or the recipe down in the description. So what I've done is we got set out, we're gonna put light flour on it because we don't wanna add too much flour to the recipe. So we're just gonna kind of roll this out. And you wanna leave it kind of thick. When I say thick, I meant you want to have it about 1/4 inch thick. Let me get this rolled out about 1/4 inch and we'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little flour right here. And we're going to try our Mississippi one. Do you see that? So I'm just gonna kind of put it in the flour, make sure there's flour on it. And then you're just gonna take it to the edge. And just cut it out. I'm so excited to see what these, I hope these don't spread. The recipe is not a spreadable one. It should puff a little bit, but not spread. So I'm just gonna try to see if I can get close to the edge as I can on some of these. Let's try this big pretty one real quick. We gonna hope. Let's try this one right up here. And make sure you push down on all the edges. That's gonna be pretty. All right. I need a bigger thing for flour for this section, but it's okay. And I'm gonna get it as close as I can without going to the edges. I don't wanna go over the edges. And you don't wanna cut over your other cutout. All right. Oh, and I've preheated my oven to 350. All right, let me cut these out and then we'll be right back. All right, I've got them cut out. Got me a pan with parchment paper on it. Again, my oven is at 350 degrees. I'm taking an offset spatula. And what I'm gonna do first is just peel this non-cut cookie dough from around the edges. And you should be able to use that one more time. But they don't, anybody I've watched, all the recipes I've watched, do not recommend using it a third time. So we're gonna save it. Put a little bit of flour, not a lot. You're just gonna go under your cookie. Look at that. Y'all, look at this. Is that not gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I am so excited, y'all. All right, I'm gonna get these up, put them on pans, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to roll out one more and cut some more out. And see if I can fill my pans up and we'll come back. You'll see what my pans look like and we'll get ready to put them in the oven. All right, here's this. Look how pretty those look. And ta-da! All right, so these are going in the oven for 9 to 10 minutes at 350 degrees. When those come out, we'll be back. All right, so what I'm fixing to do is make some royal icing. Again, my first attempt. And I've laid out some of these cookies here. There's still some on the cooling rack over there. And I did do just like 2 of each, just to see what they look like. Which all the cookies, I think, turned out great. I mean, there's a couple little mishaps. It's not too obvious when you put icing on them. You're not gonna really notice it. I'm very proud of myself. So if I know I can do this, I know you guys can do this. So again, the cookie recipe and the royal icing recipe will be in the bottom in the description. So make sure you click on those links. I am not the owner of these. Okay, so for the cookie recipe, this is a Wilton cookie recipe. The brand Wilton, who makes the meringue that I'm putting in my royal icing. That's their recipe, and I'm using the honey blonde. These are both on YouTube, and those links for those videos will be in the bottom. All right, I'm gonna make this icing. Crossing our fingers. We're gonna come back. All right, welcome back to the counter. So actually the royal icing does take quite a while to make, and I still don't think I got it as thin as it needs to be, but we're gonna go with it. So I filled one with white, and there's a tip in here. This is supposed to be blue, but it looks kind of purplish, blue genie kind of color, like blue jean color, which I actually like that. This looks more like a hot pink, but it's Christmas red dye, actually. So we're gonna go with what we got. So on my blue, it's more like a purpley kind of, like a blue jean kind of color to me. And the Christmas red looks a little bit more like a hot pink, but we're gonna go with it and we're gonna see how it works. All right, so I have one of my little Mississippi State cookies and one of my little decorative cookies. Let's get that little edge off of it. So what we're gonna do, I've already put this in. So we're gonna push this down. This does not have a chip in it. Push this down. And one thing I found with this bags that I purchased, they come with little clips. That's so cute. You can use rubber bands or little clips. In my blue jean blue bag, and the tip's kind of bent. So I'm just gonna cut a little hole, just like I did with that one. I'm gonna squeeze it up. It's kind of bent over, which is, oh, look at it. That will hold it still, and it won't run out. That backwards anyway. Okay, we're gonna try this. Let's try it. Oh, and it also came with a little tool that has a little point on it. And this is for spreading your icing. So, oh, we're gonna try all of this. Wonderful, I'm so excited about all this. So, if you can see, we are going to barely squeeze and go around the edge. Oh, that's doing so much better. Now, what you could do is stop in the corners, which I did not. But you're gonna do it and kind of lean with it and pull it up. See, what I'm doing is I'm not all right, look at that. Not too bad, not too bad. And we're just gonna do this inside and just go back through it. This is filling it in. Okay. So then I'm gonna set this here. Now, a trusty, or you can use a toothpick if you don't have one of these. That's what I was using earlier. I'm just gonna wipe it off just to make sure. So then what you're gonna do, see, it's already starting to kind of settle in. You're just gonna spread it around and fill it in. And that's all there is to it. Now I should have done a little bit more filling, but I'm a little nervous because it's my first time. Well, it's my second time. The first time really messed up. It was terrible. All right, and you can also, those little squiggly lines like I was making, you can fix that while you're doing this as well. You're just gonna push your icing around. It's still a little bit, honestly, a little bit thicker than it should be probably. But I didn't want to get it too thin. But the one thing with that icing, if you get it too thin, just add a little sugar. All right. Now, get a paper towel. That way I can wipe my tip. So now what we're gonna do, and this will smooth out. Now what we're gonna do is put that little dot and again, it's still a little thick because it should settle right down into it. And we're just gonna do that. And that's what I'm gonna do until I learn how to get my icing a good consistency. As you can see, it's not perfect, but it's not bad either. So now what I wanna do with this one is we're gonna do, since this is kind of pinkish and not really Christmas red like I was hoping, what I'm gonna do here is do the same thing as I did. I'm gonna outline it, but I'm gonna kind of stay in a little bit more. And I see what I'm doing. One thing, I have my icing bag too close and I'm not leading it enough, which again, it's a little thicker than it should be. So there's my outline. And then we're just gonna go around it. And this is called flooding. I like this. And I already wiped my tip off. So then we're just gonna, and you can fix your outlines. And you can drag it down a little bit if you want. You can tell that it's thick. See how it's kind of swirly in the middle instead of like settling down. So what I'm gonna do now is real quickly, I'm gonna put a little bit of white in here. What I'm gonna do, squish it down a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, we're just gonna hold it right here because I got some air. All right, so what I'm gonna do, sorry about that, is I wanted to write on here, but I'm just gonna experiment. Okay. Put that over. My little trusty tool, let me wipe it again. I didn't get all of it off. Okay. What I wanna do, I'm just playing. I'm just trying to come up with some, so every time you drag it, wipe it off. Because I have painted before. I love acrylic painting. And I've done the same type of and there you have it. Now this will settle and it will look better because it is thicker. It just takes it a little bit longer. As I'm going to show you this cookie here. See how you remember how it was kind of rough looking? Look how much, can you see that? Look at that. There you go. Look how smooth that is. Look at that. That turned out really good. And that's going to be how you ice these cookies. Again, your icing needs to be a little thinner than what I have it, but it's a whole lot thinner than it was to begin with, so yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, thank y'all for watching, and thanks for watching my cookie series that I've had. So I'm going to finish these, take some pictures, and I'll post those at the end of the video. And again, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all so much. I'm only gonna have one more video this year because I'm gonna take a couple weeks off. This is gonna be my last one before Christmas. And then I'm gonna have one, but it is a tradition that Southern people do. And they do it on the 1st of January, and it is for good luck. So everybody's different. They use different things. But what my family did was black-eyed peas and smoked jowl. So, if you don't know what that is, that's the cheek of the pig. So, that's what I'm gonna do. A lot of people use greens. You can use winter greens, which you can plant in like September, October, and then you can pick those up through November. And this year, we've only had a few days of frost, so might even get some even in December this year. But this is the tradition in my family, and I'm going to share that with you. But that will come out just a couple days before New Year's because I want you to see it. And if you want to do that, please, by all means, go get the stuff. It should be at Walmart, Kroger, whatever your local grocery store will have that. All right. I want to thank y'all so much for watching me this year and for subscribing. I'm so excited. And next year, 2022, is going to be wonderful. I hope y'all have a Merry, Merry Christmas. All right, thank y'all again. Y'all have a wonderful day. And don't forget to share it with your friends. I know it's not perfect, but I'm pretty proud of my cookies here. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank y'all again for watching. I will see y'all in the new year. As we used to say in school, I'll see you next year.